Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and I've got a news story to report. I hope I'm not trespassing on this road. I'm on this wonderful road here in Berlin, Germany, and I hope I'm not trespassing as I walk down it, but it just looks so nice, and I heard that it goes by the ocean, so let's just check it out. But anyway, the news story is that Lyft is going to be developing their own self-driving cars. Now, some of you might be saying, well, why is that news? Lyft has been claiming they want to go autonomous, and they've been saying it for a while. The thing is, Lyft has never actually developed their own technology for this. They have partnered with several companies so that when they have their cars ready and people want to call a self-driving car, it would be on the Lyft platform, but Lyft has never designed any themselves. There's a lot of grass here. I'm actually not going to go any further than that. I'm feeling a little less comfortable about it now. And they have decided they now want to develop their own sensor technology, their own mapping technology, and they're going to be launching it in Boston. Now, they have admitted that they don't have a lot, and it's going to be a very limited thing, but that they hope to go completely autonomous at some point, yada, yada, yada. Here's the thing. I know ultimately the goal is to be self-driving. I don't know how serious Lyft is. I'm not going to say Lyft is not serious about self-driving cars because they don't want to be, or because they like the drivers more, although maybe they do. I think Lyft is not as serious about self-driving cars because I think they pretty much see what a money-losing proposition it is right now and how they aren't really ready. But, you know, they've got to still fundraise, and this is how you fundraise. You get into the hot new thing. So they have been very slow and cautious with getting into the self-driving car field. And they have... that is a loud bus. That is a loud bus. Yeah, I guess there was a reason I walked away from the main road in the first place. Jeez. I am looking forward to getting home in my living room where I can sit in that boring chair in front of the fern and do these news stories. But anyway, so my opinion is that Lyft announces these things to drum up financial support and fundraising, but Lyft has never been very aggressive about the self-driving cars. And it's interesting because ever since Travis Kalanick was fired from Uber, and that's essentially what he was. He was fired. I mean, I know he resigned. Hello. But he was big. I know officially he resigned, but he was fired. And notice how Uber has not been bragging about the self-driving cars a whole lot recently. Not saying they've given up on it, but they don't talk about it nearly as much as they used to. They just don't. And I think that speaks volumes at how much hot air Kalanick was really full of when he discussed self-driving cars. I mean, he wanted to get rid of us drivers. This was the easiest way to do it. But even the board seems to acknowledge, yeah, not really close. But getting back to Lyft. So the fact that Lyft is now getting into it should say something, right? Well, it says that Lyft knows that this is the next thing they got to do to keep whoever has invested in the company happy and to raise more money. Because, I mean, the fact that it's opening trial limited in Boston, and they've made the wild claim like, oh, by the end of 2018, we want to go completely autonomous. They're not going to go completely autonomous at the end of 2018. Are you kidding me? And even when they're saying that, they're saying, yeah, it's going to be limited technology, and we've got partners we don't want to upset. So, I don't know. It's worth noting, it's worth reporting on, but of course, as always, my stance is not to lose too much sleep over it. I still think it's 20 years away, at least. Heck, I don't even know if I'm going to... If I see it in my lifetime, I assume I'm going to be 55, retired, living off all the fat YouTube royalty checks I'm getting. Okay, actually, the adpocalypse has destroyed a little bit of that income, so who knows. But I think people who are really depending on Lyft and Uber, don't sweat too much. I report the news because that's what people do. We report things that we don't agree with. And we comment on things that we sometimes don't think are worth the time of day, but hey, you know what? They're, you know, we need to talk about them, so there you have it. But of course, what do you folks think? Do you think this is a sign that Lyft is jumping fully into the autonomous vehicle market? I'd love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. If you want to try driving for Lyft or Uber while you still can, use referral link below. You will get a nice little bonus. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.